Raya holiday. So we will not having class and lab for the whole week. We will resume our class the next following week, okay, which is week 4. Okay, so and then again, please also be reminded that during week 4 we will have our first quiz. Okay, and I will announce the date and time later, but for sure the quiz will be executed on Otter, okay, through Otter. Okay, for the time and date, I will announce it later. Okay, just be prepared. Week 4 we will have our first quiz. That's it. Okay. Okay, so for this week we will enter a new topic, which is markup language. So basically, in this chapter, you will learn HTML. Okay, so I believe uh, some of you are from diploma. Okay, some of you might be from matrix. So for those who are from diploma, I believe you already learn HTML during your diploma studies. So you can consider this as a recap or revision, right? So for those who are from metric, I'm not sure whether you have learned it or not, but I think HTML is the very simplest topic throughout this course. Okay, so don't worry, you will be fine. Okay, inshallah. So these are the outline. Okay, you will we will know more about what is markup language, and then web programming using markup language and using tag for interactive web pages. Right. So markup language are language used to annotate text, okay, enabling computer to manipulate, such as formatting and aligning the text for display or processing. These languages are designed to be human readable, employing a tag-based syntax to distinguish markup from plain text. So HTML, basically HTML is a type of markup language. There are plenty of markup language out there. Okay, one of it is HTML. So markup language are used to annotate text. Okay, to how to say uh, to define how a certain tag should be displayed, something like that. Okay, in terms of its formatting, its aligning, and much more. Okay, so there are, as what I mentioned just now, there are plenty of markup languages out there. Okay, the most prominent one is XML. Okay, stands for Extensible Markup Language. Uh, Extensible Markup Language is a flexible language used for the creation of custom markup language. Okay, I believe of all this, okay, of all this is the very loose type of markup language. Okay, I will explain later what does it mean by a very loose type. Okay, then we have HTML. Okay, HTML and XHTML are used for annotate text to be displayed on web browsers. Okay, for XML is not intended for web browsers. It is more for data storage or data annotation, okay, or data semantic. Okay, it's not meant for displaying or formatting how a text should be displayed on a browser. Okay, those are HTML and XHTML. Okay, so HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the foundational language for creating web pages, specifying how web browsers should display text and graphics to deliver interactive web experience. So for HTML, there is an addition. Apart from text, okay, it can also be used to display or annotate or format how an image or graphic should be displayed on a browser. Okay, and then we have XHTML, which is the combination of XML and HTML. Okay, offering the rigor of XML with the flexibility of HTML, which enhance the compatibility and portability of web documents. But in this chapter, we only cover HTML. And again, HTML is the most widely used, okay, as compared to the other three. Okay. Okay, and then the last one should be LaTeX. Okay, LaTeX is a high quality typesetting system. It includes features designed for the production of technical and scientific documentation. So basically, LaTeX is used for you to format documents. Okay, document such as Word documents, uh, text document. That's it. If you want to write a thesis, okay, you want to make the formatting very rigor or very follow it is to be followed. To follow the standard rules. Okay, you can use LaTeX, whereby you can somehow program or write the syntax how, for example, how a topic should be. For example, a topic should be bold, and then the paragraph after the topic should have an indentation. So you can program that. If you are using Microsoft Word, okay, you need to make it manually. If you want to bold the topic of, let's say, you writing chapter one, and chapter one has its own subtopics like 1.0, and then 1.1, 1.2, and so on. If you are using Microsoft Word, if you want to bold the text on every subchapters, you need to do it manually. But if you use LaTeX, you can make it to be bold automatically. That is the simplest explanation that I can give for LaTeX. Okay, so there are four that most prominent markup language out there. Okay, so this is example of XML. Okay, so XML, as I said earlier, is a very loose type of markup language among the other three. Why? Because, okay, first of all, every markup language use tag. Okay, there will be an opening and the closing tag. If you see the red one here, okay, this is what we call as the opening tag. Okay, so this tag name bookstore, and then there is a pair of this tag, which is the closing tag, this red one. Okay, so this is what we call as the closing tag. This is opening, and then this is a closing tag. So in between these two tags, okay, opening and closing tags, there are also another tags, okay, which define another semantics or another data. Okay, you can read this XML document like this. We have a bookstore. Okay, we have one bookstore, and then this bookstore has two types of books. Okay, this is the first book, and then this is the second book. Okay, so the first book is a category of science fiction with title this. Okay, and the author of this, and year publish this one. Okay, and then the second book of category this, title this, author this, and then year publish is this. So if you see clearly, these three tags, okay, are enclosed within this book tag. Okay, meaning that, okay, first we have a bookstore. Okay, we have a bookstore, and then this bookstore has two books. First one, and then the second one. And for the first book, the title is this, the author is this, and the year is this. Okay, I think this is very self-explanatory. You can see what we say. You can see the logic, or you can see the pattern, right? Okay, so this is what we call as XML. And why I say it is very loose, because the tag here we can name it as what we want. Okay, you can name it anything as long as it defines whatever you want to store, or whatever uh, you want to reflect. Okay, so in this case, we want to reflect that this document uh, contains a data of a bookstore that has two categories of books. That's it. Okay, so every tag here we can define according to our uh, according to our needs. Okay, if we want to define a bookstore, then we type the tag as bookstore. That's why I say it is very loose. Okay, as compared to HTML. Okay, the first one is XML. These are HTML. Okay, XHTML is also included. So if we can see over here, it also holds the same pattern, whereby we still need to use tag. Okay, however, these tags, okay, are predefined. Okay, meaning that we cannot simply use, or we cannot simply name our own tag, okay, as XML. Okay, meaning that we need to follow the naming convention uh, provided by the HTML. So whenever we want to define an HTML document, we need to follow the convention whereby we need to use the predefined tag. So in this example, we need to write as it is, as what it is. So if it is HTML, then we need to write this. Okay, and then HTML head and followed by others. Okay, and it also has the opening tag and also the closing tag. Somehow, you might see that there are some tags that only has opening tag. It doesn't have any closing tag. Like this one, KIMG stands for image. It doesn't have the bracket slash IMG. It doesn't have. Okay. Same goes with BR. BR is used for new line. Okay. Displaying a new line, or make the next element to be displayed on a new line. Okay. So uh, same goes with this tag, which is input. Okay. Okay, and then we have XHTML. Basically, it is the same thing. However, XHTML uh, are a little bit rigid. Okay, a little bit rigid, whereby HTML allows some tag omission. Okay, which mean like this. Okay, we can leave the closing tag. Okay, we can omit the closing tag. However, XHTML doesn't allow that. If you can see closely over here, okay, we have the same tag img. However, we need to put the forward slash at the back, meaning that this is the closing one. Okay, same goes with BR. So I would say that XHTML is a little bit rigid. Okay, and then XHTML element and attributes names are lowercase, uh, whereby HTML names are case insensitive, meaning that when you are writing in HTML, you can use either uh, uppercase or lowercase. Okay, and it will treat the uppercase and lowercase the same. However, if you are writing in XHTML, it will treat uppercase and lowercase different. Okay, capital A and lowercase a are different thing. That will be in XHTML. And the last one, XHTML require attribute values to be quoted. Okay, if you see over here, this is the attribute of the image tag. Okay, we have a tag for image, img, and then we have two attributes. The first one, src, stands for source, alt stands for alternative. Okay, so we have two attributes of image, and the value of these two attributes needs to be enclosed with quotes. Okay, unlike HTML, you can leave it without any quotes. So that are differences between HTML and XHTML. And these are a brief, a brief explanation about the versions of HTML. So HTML starts during 1990, and then at this time it was HTML version 1. Until now, it is HTML5. Okay, and HTML is managed by a non-profit organization called What's WG. Okay, meaning that every updates or every enhancement to be made with HTML will be done by this non-profit organization. So everyone that intend to use HTML for their web development, they need to refer to whatever that this organization has defined for HTML. Okay. So along the way, there was HTML1 until HTML5. That also was being managed by what WG. Okay. All right. So again, a brief introduction of HTML. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the standard language for creating and structuring content on the web. And then it is not a programming language. Okay, why I say that it is not a programming language? Instead, it is a markup language. Okay, because HTML, okay, why I say so? Because HTML, hold on, okay, why HTML is not considered as programming language? First, because it cannot do variable declaration or assignment. Okay, like if you have learned Java or C++ before, in HTML, it cannot do something like this. int a equal to 1. Okay, it can. Okay. And then the second thing is HTML cannot do loops. Okay. Okay, it cannot do for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay. That's the second thing. Third, it cannot do conditions. Okay, using if else, switch case, okay, and much more. So because of these three, okay, we cannot consider HTML as a programming language. So it is a markup language instead. Okay. So HTML uses text to mark different parts of the content such as headings, paragraph, links, lists, and various sections. These tags are used to enclose or markup content to denote it as a certain type of data. each serving a specific purpose. So every tag in HTML serving or used for different purpose. For example, we use P tag to define a paragraph. We use A tag to define links or anchors. We use img for images and ULOOL for unordered or ordered lists. Okay. Later on, I will show you a lot of examples. Okay. So I believe in lab 1, you have done a simple HTML page. Okay. Okay. For this one, I will explain as I demonstrate. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate uh, how we can write our own first HTML page. Okay, so here I'm using VS Code. I believe everyone also use VS Code. So first of all, we need to create our working folder. Okay, it doesn't matter in which directory you want to create it. And then if we want to create a file, just click this button. Okay, so let's name this HTML file as index.html. So be sure that you always include the extension of the file. So for HTML, the extension is .html. Make sure you include that. Then press enter. So before I proceed, I would like everyone, I encourage everyone actually to install this VS Code extension. So how to install an extension in VS Code? Simply go to these buttons. When you hover around it, you will see the extensions. Okay, you will see the extension. Okay, just click on it. Okay, so I really recommend you to download this extension name Live Preview. Okay, as for me, I already downloaded, so it will have this tick. Okay, if you haven't downloaded it, might probably you have the install button right here. Okay, so I want you to install this. Okay, so later on you will see in real time to whatever changes that you made uh, in the HTML file. Okay, as for me, I already have downloaded. Okay, so let's do our first HTML page. So the first thing that you need to do is to write this doc type HTML. Okay, this tells the browser that this is tells the browser that this is an HTML file, because in chapter 1 you already learned that you already know that in web on the internet we have a lot of documents. Okay, it can be HTML documents, it can be PHP documents, it can be images, it can be JavaScript files. Okay, it can be anything. So it is it's not compulsory, I would say, but it is good to tell the browser that this is an HTML document. Okay, if you omit this, you also will be fine. Okay, you will be fine. However, it is a good practice to include this tag. Okay, doc type HTML. Okay, then you write the HTML. HTML. Okay. And then for VS Code, as you can see, it will automatically generate the closing tag. Okay, you will see that it will automatically generate the closing tag. Okay, and then you need to have head, and then body. Okay, So then what I should do is I right click on the file name and then I click show preview. So I will get the live preview of the current HTML file. So as you can see now, we get only blank page. Why? Because whatever content for HTML should be inside the body. Okay, so what we can say here is right now we have the skeleton of an HTML file. Okay, we already write the skeleton. Okay, we didn't write the content of the HTML yet. Okay, we just write the skeleton, right? So, what makes one HTML file would be different from another HTML file? It would be whatever that we write inside this body tag. Okay, you can see over here, this is opening body, this is a closing body. Okay, and then one tip, for sure for your test, there will be question regarding HTML. Okay, so make sure you practice, okay, you practice writing the HTML code. Okay, you make sure you practice bare hand, okay, bare hand, meaning that not type, okay, because you are answering on answer sheet, right? You are not answering on VS Code. Okay, so make sure at least you know the skeleton of the HTML, okay, which is all of this doc type, HTML, HTML head, body, and then the closing HTML. Okay, all right. So what we get now is an empty HTML. Okay, so what next is normally we should put title of this HTML page. So in order to put title, we need to use the title tag. Okay, so the title tag should be reside or located within the head tag. Okay, so let's say I write title. Okay, my web page. So as you can see over here, this title, okay, whatever that we write in between of this title tag will be displayed on the current tab of your browser. Okay, so this live preview will act as your browser lah, as a temporary browser. So you will you don't need to go switch to your browser back and forth. Okay, you just can use you can just view your VS Code and then you can see whatever that you are whatever output that you are typing on your HTML. Okay, so whatever title that you write will be displayed on top here. Okay, and then this is a time where we put the uh, content of the HTML page. So let's say I want to use h1 tag. Okay, so I write hello there. Okay, so h1 is an HTML tag uh, to define a header. Okay, so there are 6 types of header in HTML. The first one is h1. The second is, I'm sure you can guess it, which is h2. Until h6. Okay, so you can see the difference here. Okay, as the number increase, H1, H2 until H6, the size of the font also decrease. Okay, so this is used to write a header, or what we can say, like if you want to have a topic on your web page, you can use H1. Okay, H1 or H2 and so on according to your preference. Okay. Okay, so this is a very simple web page that I can show you just now. Later on, I will be demonstrating according to the slides. Okay. So where should we start? Okay, so just now we have written the HTML. We have written the head and the body. So HTML, head, body. Whenever you complete all of these three tags, it signifies the root of an HTML, or we can say it is a skeleton of HTML. Okay, we cannot see anything yet, but that is the skeleton. Okay, so this is another example. Okay, it's just that we have an additional attributes over here. Okay, we can call this as attribute. Sometimes, okay, we can add a certain attributes uh, on a tag. For example, this is HTML tag. We can include lang attributes. So lang defines the language of this HTML document. Okay, but if you omit this, you're also good to go. Okay, it doesn't have any effect. It only affected if your web page has multi-language features. Okay, I think you already seen before this some websites, especially international website, it has different languages available whereby user can choose from. Okay, so that is the most uh, applicable way of using a lang. Okay, but if you omit this, you're still good to go. You're still okay. Don't worry. Okay, so as for me, I just leave HTML alone without any attributes. Okay. So this is the explanation of attribute. Attribute provides additional information about elements. They are always specified in the start tag and usually come in the name value pairs. Okay. So just now, this is the name of the attribute, and this is the value of the attribute. Okay. And then what we have. Okay, head, body. Okay, normally inside head we put title. Okay, don't put title outside. If you put outside, okay, nothing changes. Okay, nothing changes. Oh, okay, my web pages. Okay, here's the thing. It has CML. Okay, since it's not a programming language. Okay, whenever you write the tag which is not following the format or not following the convention, the browser itself will try to adapt your mistake uh, and correct it automatically. Like for this, okay, if I ask you to answer a question regarding HTML, if you put title inside body, for sure I will give you false. This is wrong. Okay, because this is not supposed is not supposed to be here. Title's not supposed to be inside body. It should be inside head. It should be inside head. However, any modern browsers out there, okay, whenever you also do it wrongly, they will try to adjust and will try to make the correct display. Like as this one, although I put title inside the body, okay, which is not the right place. However, it will still display on here. Okay, but uh, technically it is wrong. Okay, technically it's wrong. So title should be here. Even though, let me try. If I put #1, let's say I just put #1 hi. Okay, this is wrong because it only has the opening tag. However, modern browsers, okay, will detect this mistake, okay, and then it will adjust it accordingly and try to capture whatever that I want, but whatever that I intended for the high text. So I intend this high to be a header. See? Okay, so it will adjust, it will still put bold over here. Okay, so if you answer this in your test, for sure you get maybe half of the mark or maybe wrong according to the rubric. So the right way to do this is you need to have the opening and the closing tag. However, some certain uh, tag doesn't have any closing tag, which I will demonstrate later. Okay. All right. So in head, normally we should put title. We also should put style. This we will learn on the next chapter, which is CSS, cascading style sheet. Also, we can put meta text. Okay, if you know SEO, if you heard SEO before, SEO stands for search engine optimization. You can put some specific information of what this HTML contains. Okay, so Google's will try to read those text, read those whatever inside meta text, and put it on the search engine. Okay, and then we have the script. This is for JavaScript, and then link if we have external CSS file. Okay, but as for now, it is sufficient if you just know inside head we need to have the title tag. Okay, the rest we will learn later on as we proceed to the next chapter. So inside the body will be the content of your web page, as I mentioned just now. Okay, let's go to the uh, HTML text starting from header, which I already explained. And then next will be paragraph. Okay. Okay. Apart from that, I'm also going to demonstrate to you how can we use Git, okay, during our development. So in lab 1, you have used you have installed and used Git before. So Git is actually a software to track our progress or to make versioning of our files. Okay, it is not necessary uh, uh, a script or a programming files. Okay, it can be also text file. It can be also documents files .docx. It can be anything as long as it is document. So in this case, let's say I want to write my first commit. Okay, so this one I save first and then go to the source control over here and then initialize a repository. Okay, so now I have index.html. The first thing that we need to do is to click the plus button over here. Okay, so this plus button define state state changes. What does it mean? Okay, I click it again. So if you can see over here, this index HTML is under changes. Okay, under changes. If I click the plus button, now we will be under stage changes. What does it mean by stage changes? It means that I already confirmed that this is the version that I want to commit. Okay, this is the HTML with index HTML that contain this syntax, okay, which I want to commit. So this time I want to commit it with the message of initial commit skeleton. So whatever message that you provide here defines what have you done. Okay, what have you done to this particular index HTML file. So at this stage, I have write the skeleton. Okay, or maybe I can put write skeleton. Okay, initial commit write skeleton. Okay, then I commit. Okay, so this is my first commit. So I can see over here there will be the graph over here. Okay, which means that this file has been committed. Okay, so as of now, I won't click the publish branch yet. Okay, what does it mean when I click publish branch? It will push this code to my GitHub account. Okay, so as for the moment, I don't want to push it yet. Okay, we call the term as push. Okay, I'm still want to work on it. So next I put the title. Okay, and then I save. Okay, so whenever I save, okay, there will be an indicator over here stating that I have one uncommitted changes. Okay, meaning that I have done changes as compared to previous, whereby I write the skeleton. Now I have write a title inside the head tag. So there are changes. There is a change. Okay, so let's say I already confirmed this change and I want to commit it. So what I will do next, I just push click this plus button. Okay, so it will go to the stage changes. Then I put commit. Okay, so I can put this as second commit, add title. Okay, and then I commit. So I can see now index HTML has gone through two versions. The first version is the skeleton, which is this one. This is the moment I write the HTML. And then the second version is this one, whereby I already add title inside the head. Okay. Okay, next I add the h1. Okay, I add the h1. Selamat datang. Save, and then I will see the notification over here. Click the plus, put the message, third commit, add h1. Selamat datang. So whatever message that you put should reflects whatever that you did. Okay, so now I have three versions. Okay, frequently asked question. Does it mean that every line that I wrote I should commit? The answer is not necessary. It can be yes, it can be no. So it's up to your preference. As for me, normally, as I complete one module or one functionalities, okay, then I commit. It is not necessary every line you need to do the same commit. But if you do, then proceed. If you want like that, then proceed. For me, if I finish certain functionalities, then I commit. Okay. All right. Just move on. Already 9 o'clock. Okay. So next will be P. P stands for paragraph. Okay, it's just a normal paragraph. Selamat datang. This is a web dev class. Okay, so P stands for paragraph. So it presents a paragraph. Okay, next I'm going to demonstrate list, how we can make a list. Okay, so in HTML there are two type of lists: unordered. Okay, unordered means it use the bullet. Okay, bullet, and ordered means that it use number. Okay, so this is how we can write bullet list. Okay, and then this is how we can write numbered list. Okay, if you can see, it start with number. Okay, let's ask UL. Okay, UL stands for unordered. U stands for unordered. O stands for ordered. So let us try this. Okay. So every time you write a paragraph, it will write on a new line. Okay. Okay, you can see over here. The next P, the next opening P, I wrote at the same line, which is line 8. However, whenever it will display on a new line. Okay. But for better visibility, I just put on the next line. Okay. This is what you are going to learn. Okay, and then I will make unordered list, which is UL. UL, just press enter, and then within UL we need to put LI. Okay, LI, the first one, HTML. The second one, yeah, CSS, JavaScript. And then how about ordered list? Ordered list, you just change this to O. See here, this one I put O, but closing tag I still don't change to O. But the browser will correct it. Will try to adjust. Okay, my mistake. Okay, but if you answer like this in your test, then you should be wrong lah. Okay, so this is OL. Okay, so I want to commit this one. Of commit, add paragraph and list. Oops, sorry.
Doctor, what's the difference of OL?
O means ordered. Ordered means you will see the number. If I use U, which is unordered, you will only see bullet point. Can you notice the difference? This is UL. U stands for unordered. O stands for ordered. Means you will get numbers.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay. So let's say if you have another LI, so it will go to 4 lah. Okay. JavaScript, PHP. And then I save. Okay. Yeah. I put another one lah. Okay. UL. So you'll see the difference. Okay. See the difference? This one ordered, meaning that it will use numbers. Okay. If you have 100 items, then 100 lah. but UL is for unordered, meaning it just use bullet point. Okay. Right. So I stage the change, add paragraph and list, then commit. So I say, oh, I haven't saved. I need to save. I always forgot. Okay, make sure save first. Okay, plus and then commit. Okay, now I have the fourth versions of this HTML. Okay, this is the explanation. Okay, OL for the list container with li tag. So you need to have li over here. Okay, so in this all li tags are inside a container, or yeah, we can say the container lah, which is OL. Okay, OL is ordered list, UL is unordered list. Okay, next we have anchor, or basically links. Okay, so you can write something like this. We write P. Okay, okay, one thing, I see during your lab, whenever you want to write a tag, you always start with the brackets like this, HTML, okay, or P, something like this. Okay, nothing wrong with that. It's still okay. But in VS Code, okay, you can actually, if you want to write a P tag, okay, paragraph tag, just write P, just type P, okay, and then press enter. Okay, it will auto complete. Okay, no need to write the brackets. Okay, it will save your time a lot. Okay, so I just write P, enter, and then uh, you can you also can refer to, okay, then within this P tag I have anchor. Just put A. Okay, so you can see over here there is a P over here, paragraph. Okay, this is the closing. Sorry, this is the opening, and then this is the closing P. And then within this P, I have the text as I should put, and then also with uh, an anchor tag, okay, or a link tag. Okay, so this is what we call as anchor or link. So by default, an anchor, okay, should have an attribute which is href, and then we should give a value inside this href. So this value basically the link to a website, or yeah, it should be to a website. So href we put as www, the value of href we put as whatever website that I might think of, maybe w3school, w3school.com. You can always refer to W3 school. Okay, so this anchor is located within P tag. Okay, it's not necessary to be in P tag. It can also be as independent like this, google.com. Okay, or also inside this list. Okay, uh, uthm.edu.my, uthm. It can be anywhere. Basically, it can be anywhere. Anchor tag can be anywhere. So whenever I click this, okay, it will redirect to w3school.com. Okay, this one I need to put HTTPS. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, actually, okay, I need to open it on a browser. You cannot see over here. This time around, I need to open it inside a browser. I think this is the file. Open with Safari. Okay. So when I click W3 School, yeah, it will go to this link. Oh, I think it should have S. I think so. W3 Schools. So I need to open inside a real browser. Okay, W3 School. Okay. However, whenever I go to this link, it will be my main page over here will will be removed, right? What about okay? So all of it must have HTTPS. Forgot to put HTTPS, including this PS. Okay, but my existing page will be disappeared. I need to refresh first. Okay, google.com. Okay, so in order to retain my existing page, I should put another attribute. Okay, now we have a href, right? I should put another attribute inside this a tag, which is target underscore blank. Okay, then I save, then I refresh. So if I press Google, so it will open a new tab instead of uh, opening on the current tab where my current page will be disappeared. It will open on a new tab. So that is done by adding this target attribute, meaning another attribute. Okay, I think okay, this looks better. Okay, you can see. So there are two attributes here, href and also target. Okay, if you don't put this target like this one, okay, like the W3 school one, okay, so it will open on the current tab. Okay, that is for anchor. Actually, there are another also. You can put another attribute also. I believe this one, if you hover around it, you can get some like information about what is this link is all about. Okay, let's try. I also forgot what is this for. If I'm not mistaken, you'll see you will see the placeholder. Okay. Just target blank. This is a link to Google. Save. Then I open again. Okay, refresh. If I hover around this, can I get it? Yeah. Okay. So I get some information. Okay, this is a link to Google. As compared to this, if I hover around it, okay, nothing appear, right? Okay. Okay, this one, no open. Define some relationship like useful for SEO. You can try this later on. So if you want to try it, just put another one after this, rel, something like this. Okay, rel equal to okay. Okay, next. Okay, anchor done. Okay, if you want to open on a new tab, just put this target underscore blank. Make sure you don't forget the underscore. Okay, a lot of students forget this. If you want to open in same window, use target self or just omit this one. Don't put any target attribute. Title already show you. Okay, this is if you want to link to an email. Okay, use mail to a href mail to and then the targeted email. This is for telephones. This is to page element. But you need to have this div ID. Normally we use this if the page is too long. Okay, the page is too long where you need to scroll down. Okay, but you want to search for just a subtopic. Okay, and then that subtopic is something at the bottom. Okay, located at the bottom, so you can somehow make a shortcut. Okay, on top here by writing like this. Okay, okay, a href section 1. So when I click this word jump to section 1, when I click this text, it will straight away scroll the web page for you and directly go to the section 1. Okay, so you can try this yourself later on. Okay, image. Okay, so you can also include image, but you need to have the image first lah. Say like I want to have an image of a car, for example. What car? Civic. Civic FK8. Okay, say like I want to have this image, then save it. So this image has this resolution. Save image to download lah. Okay. So just copy this, put in my folder. Okay. So I will have this. Okay. So I want to display the image. So I use img and then enter. So it will autocomplete the attributes. So this is the standard attributes that comes with img. So you need to have the src attribute to define which image. Okay, so I want to have this image 2000. Okay, yes, I can just copy this. Okay, so it will by right it will display the original resolution. So this have 1400 times 788 resolution. If you want to adjust the size or the resolution, you can put the width tag, width, width, how about 300? Okay, so it will adjust accordingly. Google, okay. I want to put BR over here. BR means I want this image to be next line. Okay, so this image will be after the Google link. If I want to adjust it to 500, Okay, so if you just put width, okay, it will resize the image to 500 times 500. If you want to have the height to be different value, then you need to put the height attribute. Height equal to, okay, say take 300. So you can see the difference. Okay, so the height is adjust according to this value 300. But if you want to have the same dimension x and y, just leave with width only. Okay, so you will have the same size, both x and y. Okay, and then we have alternative. Okay, alternative is something like you can put some metadata or some description about this image Honda Civic. Normally, it's useful whenever that your website is still loading, and it will display the image. It will display what the image is all about. Okay, say like I'm not sure if this will work. Let's say I'll delete this. Okay, I'll delete this. Go to trash. So basically, when I refresh, you won't see any image, right? Because I already delete the image. But you can see the description. This is this location, meaning that in this location there will be an image. Supposedly there is an image of a Honda Civic. Okay, that is done by this. But normally, the case where this would be helpful or handy or very useful is whenever you have some you have very low internet connection, and at the time being the page uh, is reloading, is in a loading. Okay, what you will see first is this Honda Civic. Okay, then when your connection is stable, then you will replace this alternative with the real image. Okay, that's the thing. So I want to put it back. Uh, no, put back. Never mind. Okay, so that is for image. Okay, I will move faster. Okay, image SRC, alternative width, height. Okay, title. This one also same with previous one, which is anchor. Okay, this is additional. Okay, there's a attribute of SRC set, source set, meaning that we have this one image. Okay, however, whenever the user display it on a page, sorry, whenever the user display on a device, for example, a mobile device, it will use the small version of this image. Okay, whenever the device has 900 pixel of width, okay, it will use this example medium. Whenever it is 1500 and more, which is maybe a full a monitor, a large monitor, then it will use example large.jpg. Okay, and then we also have losing equal to lazy, meaning that, okay, say like this image is located at the bottom. Okay, as long as you didn't scroll it until the bottom, it won't load. The image won't load. Okay, so it save your bandwidth. Okay, it save your bandwidth, and then it save the server's bandwidth too. Okay, so that is we call this as lazy loading. Okay, until you scroll it down to the image whereby you get the whereby the image is should be located, then it will load. Okay, If you just stay up here, then it won't load. Okay. And then table. Okay, table is very I would say you need to use some sort of imagination tool lah. Okay, so this is how we write a table. Table. Okay, and then we should have tr tr and then th name th cost and then tr td name Abu td cost bit, then want to have another tr td another td bip. Okay, let's see the output. Okay, so this is how we write a table or how we display a table. However, by default, you won't see the borders. In order to display the borders, you need to include an attribute here. You just type border equal to 1. Okay, and then save, then refresh. Okay, now you will see a border. Okay. However, as you can see over here, it's a bit weird because the attribute is marked in red. Why it's marked in red? Because VS Code detect this attribute is actually obsolete. Okay, it's really obsolete. We can still use this attribute. However, we might face some issue uh, to a certain browser where it doesn't support this attribute. Okay, meaning that some certain browser cannot read or render what is border is all about. So that's why border is actually an attribute. It's still a valid attribute. It's still an HTML attribute, but it's already obsolete. We don't use this as widely as the other attribute. So in order to replace this attribute, we use CSS instead, cascading style sheet, which you are going to learn later. Okay, but as of now, for learning purpose, I just use it because I want to uh, I want to display the borders. Okay, I want to visualize the row and the column. Okay, so in order for you to write a table, first you need to write the table tag. Okay, that's the first thing. And then the second thing is you need to decide how many rows you want this table to have. Okay, in my case, because I want to display name. Okay, I want to display 3 rows. Okay, the first row displaying name and course, the header. Okay, and then the next will be the first student. The third row will be the second student. So I need to define 3 tr. So R you can stands for row. So this is the first row, the second row, and this is the third row. Okay, so again, please be careful on this because normally people will beginners will have some time to understand this. First thing first, you need to write the table tag. Second, you need to define how many rows you want. So rows is defined by tr. Okay, tr tag. So in this case, I want to have 3 rows. So write 3 tr with its opening and closing tag. And then for every row, how many columns you want. Okay, so in my case, I want to have 2 columns. Okay, so that's why here I put TH. Okay, I will start with TD first lah. Okay, to make you understand a little bit easier. Okay, TD. So TD stands for column. TD stands for column. So in this first row, I want to have two column. Second row also same. Third row also same. Okay. However, just now, if you notice, the uh, the font is bold. Okay. Normally, uh, inside a table, the first row will be the header, will be the title of that certain column. So that's why you still can use TD, but it's not the proper way. Okay, because we have TH. We have TH to define the header. So H stands for header. So right now is normal, not bold. If I refresh, now it's bold. Okay. So we use TH. Normally on the first row, we use TH. So this is how we display a table in a HTML. Okay, and then we can also have row span and col span. Okay, row span is to merge row. Okay, col span is to merge column. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, let us see break down this syntax. Okay, this code. So we have three rows. One, two, three. Okay, as you can see over here, one, two, and then three. Okay, so for the first row, it's just normal. We use TH, header 1, header 2, header 3. However, okay, on the second row, which is this one, somehow we use row span. Okay, as the name suggests, row span means we merge row. We merge how many rows? Two rows. So as you can see over here, it should be, this one should be the second row, right? Second row. This one should be the third row. However, it has been merged, okay, through this attribute row span equal to 2. That's why you can see there's only one row over here because it has been merged using row span equal 2. Okay, so now row 1, inside this TD, we have the text row 1 and 2, column 1. Okay, so finish on second row. Okay, the next will be as usual. Okay, this TD defines the second column, which is this one. On the second row, this is the second row. Second column will display this text. Okay, this text. Sorry, this text. Okay, and then the third column of the second row. Second row. This is second row. Third column will display this. Okay, so this is the second row. The last row we have col span, which we will merge the two rows to be one. So as you can see over here, uh, the first column has been merged into this row span. So what col span will be applied to? It will be applied to the second and third column. Okay, this will merge column, col span. So it will merge these two column, column 2 and column 3, into a single column. Okay, this is one of popular question in previous tests. Okay, because it needs some visualization. All right. Okay, I believe this is the last one, form. Okay, actually there are so many HTML tags. I cannot cover all of them in just one single lecture. So I just show you the important ones. Okay. Okay, last one will be HTML forms. This is very popular, especially when we want to have some kinds of interactions, or we want to have CRUD, create, read, update, delete. Okay, so you can see a lot of web pages nowadays using form. Okay, for example, in registration form or in registration, whatever you want to register, email, you want to register whatsoever, you need to key in your details inside a form. So this is how we can write a form. Okay, so for this case, I will demonstrate through a new file. Okay, I will create a new file, name form.html. Okay, so in another thing I want to show you, in VS Code, there's a shortcut in order for you to write the skeleton of the HTML page. So what is the shortcut? You can press Shift and then exclamation mark or number one. Okay, Shift and then press 1 and then enter. So you will get the skeleton. Okay, again, Shift 1. Okay, and then enter. So you get the skeleton. So this is a shortcut. All right. But it provides additional meta tag inside the head. Okay. Now I want to write a form. So I can just write form and then enter. Okay, let's say I want to have a registration form, subject registration form. H1 subject registration form. So first of all, I want uh, uh, okay, I want the user to fill in name. Okay, so what I can put is input and then press enter, type text. Okay, something like this. Input types equal to text, and then name equal to name, ID equal to name, placeholder equal to name. So let us see how it looks like. So this is form.html. Okay, now I have a form that has one field. Okay, so literally I can just put the title of this field, just put over here name. Okay, save. Okay, now we have one field. Next, I want the user to key in or to choose his or her program. So I can write program and then input type. I don't want as text. I want it to be okay. Not program lah. Okay, not input, not input. I want it to use select and then options. Okay. What's autocomplete? Select name equal to program. ID also equal to program. Value BIT. Okay. Now let us see if I refresh this. Okay, program is in the same line. I want it to be the next line, so I just put BR over here. BR, enter. Okay. Okay, program BIT. So this is drop down list. To make a drop down list, you need to write select option. Okay, select followed by the name, followed by the ID, and then within the select we have options. Okay, option value, BIT, and then this is the one that will be displayed. Okay, don't be confused. This what will be sent to the server. This value will be sent to the server. Okay, because later on we will have the submit button, right? Every form should have the submit button. Okay, so whenever we click this submit button, the value of, if we choose BIT, this BIT value will be sent to the server. Okay. Okay, now I want to have uh checkbox. What are the field that is suitable for checkbox? Okay. So whenever you craft a form, you need to make sure that what kind of data that you ask the user. If if you want the user to choose only one, then you should use like this select option. You still can use input type text, but it is not suitable. Okay, why? Because user might enter any kind of data. Okay, so if you choose like this drop down list, we restrict what user can choose or what the users can enter. Okay, and then we can also have uh, I don't know what to put. Just I put hobbies because we can select one to more hobbies. Hobby ID, okay, reading. I just use autocomplete here. Okay, to save time. This one also need to have BR. Okay. So for this checkbox, I can choose more than one. Okay. As compared to drop down list, I can choose only one. This I can choose more than one. And then maybe I want to have some text area. Text area. What is about me maybe? About me, and then BR. Oops. Text area. I name about me. You cannot have space over here. You don't put like this. Okay, you want to represent a space, just put space, just put underscore. ID also about me. Okay, so text area is used if you want to you want user to put a very lengthy word lah. Okay, as compared to name, okay, it has some limitation, but for text area, it's you can put a lot more. Okay, submit the okay, what else? Text area from, okay, reset. I want to have a reset button. Input reset value reset. Okay. So that one should be side by side. Okay, submit reset. So let's say I put my name, Arifin. Then I want to reset everything. Just click reset. Okay, email. Okay. So for email, we need to have Over here, name again, then email input. Okay, the type is email over here as compared to text, not text, yeah, email. Name, email, ID, email, placeholder, email. Okay. So placeholder is actually the thing that the word that dim over here. If you don't put the placeholder, it will straight away an empty space lah. Okay. So if you don't put placeholder, still can, but you don't see anything. Okay, that is more to guide the user lah. So placeholder name, placeholder email. Oh, you can put some example like e.g. Abu bin Ali. Okay, something like that. So email, okay, next, okay, okay. And actually there are a lot. Okay, I cannot cover anything. Okay, one thing, if you, for email, if you don't put according to the format of an email, then you will get some error message. Enter an email address. Okay, a proper email address. Okay, for password also, okay, if you want user to input their password, so also use password. Password, input, type, password. Pass. Okay, so whenever you declare it as a password, it will show you bullets. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. The rest you can try it yourself. Okay, please try it yourself. Okay, please try it yourself. There are plenty of text and attribute. So my suggestion is, you can always refer to W3 schools. Also, this is also the same website during my day when I was doing my degree, learning web development. I also refer to this website a lot, okay, for HTML and also for another languages. So there are a lot of HTML text which I can't cover everything. You need to have your own effort to do some research on the other text, but the one that I have shown you in this class, for today's class, are basically the most important one lah. Okay, the most important one. So what we have learned so far, you have learned how to write HTML, the skeleton. You have known how to write the skeleton of HTML. You have known how to write the title of a web page, how to use a header, paragraph, list, okay, links, new line, images, tables, and also forms. So that also is quite a lot. Okay. So I think that's it. Do you have any questions so far?
Clear, Doctor.
Okay, I hope everyone understand. So please hold on. I will display the QR code for the attendance. And then again, please make sure that during the Hari Raya holiday, at least you study a little bit, because uh, after the Raya holiday will be our first quiz. And that quiz will cover on chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, so chapter 2 is basically the one that I have covered just now. Chapter 1 is regarding the introduction to the World Wide Web. Okay, so the quiz will be in objectives. If I'm not mistaken, there will